Okay, OpenAI just launched Sora. Basically, have you ever heard of ChatGPT? Yeah, now you can do that with video. And I wanted to talk about the implications of this for Amazon FBA sellers in particular. Um, just imagine this. We all know how big and important branding is. Okay, now branding meaning showing up for more than just to solve a customer's problem, showing up in front of them on social media, interacting with the influencers they interact with. You can now start an Instagram account, start a TikTok account for your brand. And if you don't have a professional media strategy, learn Sora. Learn how to post great AI video, because a lot of this video is like we're talking royalty free models handling our product or our dream customer using the product in some situation. You can now just create that. And so don't get left behind in 2025 with AI video, because it is going to be heavily implemented and it's lining up perfectly, right? God has shined upon me today because I just made my, I got to 45 on my Dream 100 list, and I'm starting to fire up my social media for my brand that sells on Amazon again. And I'm going to be, this year, not launching any more Amazon FBA products. I'm just strictly focusing on the ones that I already have launched and growing them, scaling them with content. Okay, so if you feel like you understand the content game, if you're willing to learn the content game behind the scenes, but you always just have felt like you can't be the main character of the brand, or it's just expensive to keep going to designer or freelancers to do shoots, and this stuff is so expensive. The implications of this are massive. Now I know what you're thinking. Now, how would it know what my product is? How would it know specifically the thing to shoot for this? But we have to look at the opportunity here as a whole. By the way, I want to show you something really quick. If you get this message, if you're like, okay, I want to go try it, or why aren't you trying it right now? I'm making this video really shortly after the release, and so I don't even actually have access yet. But I know that like this is going to be, yeah, you might be getting this message. If you're getting this message, join the club. You need a pro, ChatGPT Pro membership to access this, so it will be paid. But yeah, if you're getting that message, don't worry about it. Check back tomorrow, check back the next day, and try and get in there, because I want to go over, again, just some more. If you're an Amazon seller, you've been following my journey, here's my thoughts on Sora. That's essentially what this video is, and here's the way that I'm seeing it fitting into my brand as an e-commerce seller. And that is content on the listing itself. So I already edit my own enhanced brand content, edit my own video on my Amazon listing, built for conversion. I already run the social media for my brand. And so now I've just been given a toolkit in which I can take what's in my head, like the way you can write down a goal. You can now essentially write out a script to shoot video for your brand. Okay, so it can even be abstract video that I'm shooting for my listing, or a mixture of cutting out my product and using it for background video and stuff with like a slightly moving product image, right? Product image in it. Excuse me. And so if you already have your product photography done, the different dynamic shots you have, and if you already have a brand video, well, you can now do like background removals on stuff and create new dynamic backgrounds for your brand video and split test stuff, right? So one of the first things that came to mind with this is I can put my product in the dream environment it's meant to be used in. Dream environment, what do I mean by that? Meaning I can't feasibly shoot the context of what I want my brand video to look like all the time, but I can now render that on its own and fit in an editing software my existing product photos and videos over some of that. And so it's opened up a huge world for anyone. There's not anyone who, it's just anyone. Anyone can now create really high quality visualizations of what they're trying to express in words And you don't have to pay $1,000 to go shoot video for your Amazon product anymore, or to agencies to come up with content for your constantly for your brands anymore. And I think there is a level of transparency that's required here, right? We don't want to use AI to create things that are misleading. I'm just assuming we're all thinking that, all right? So I don't feel the need to bring that up. It's not like a moralistic AI video, but the capabilities that this has just unlocked are immense. And so the key areas that I'm going to be focusing on with Sora coming here in the next couple of days, and I'll have a better full-length video about this soon, by the way. It's like Sora for e-commerce sellers, but if you're not shooting content for your brand, you're getting left in the dust in 2025. Like, just straight up. If you're not getting in front of your customers outside of just Amazon, you're leaving so much money on the table, missing so much opportunity, right? Because your dream customers are already hanging out online. Do you think for a second, say you have 10,000 search volume for your main keyword in your Amazon market, do you think for a second that of those people that searched 10,000 times this month for that product, they didn't also interact with a post on Instagram, a post on TikTok, a YouTube video, a website, a blog post about that same topic this month? If you're in an enthusiast market, then that's actually just a given. That's not did they? No, they are. They're already this type of person buying this type of product, watching this type of content. And so now it gives us a little bit of a toolkit to go and make some of this type of content. One of the strategies that I'll have to document the progress here to the best of my abilities on YouTube, I'm going to be using this for, is for actual content creation on Instagram. That's the social media platform I'm most focused on right now, because it's where most of my customers hang out. And so this might be different for you, but coming up with like reels specifically, just if I could be posting reels every day that are made by AI, and maybe even letting people in on the joke that like, hey, we're using this AI tool to promote our brand. Like I have like kind of an edgy alternative brand, so that might be kind of a funny take, is just like, here's like a take on our brand today. And then depending on where we go with this tool, like I envision being able to use my brand character and create memories with some of my like brand fonts or some of my brand characteristics to keep a stylistic similarity between all of the content that I'm releasing. So there's a lot going through my head right now about this, but I just wanted to make sure that my e-commerce friends out here on YouTube, my Amazon selling friends out here on YouTube, are familiar with Sora and the fact that this just launched and what it means for us as sellers. So I'll be using it for that. By probably by the time you're watching this, I'll have posted on social using this in some way, and I'll be taking a look back through my brand videos and seeing what else I can get out of this not for free, close enough to for free from my office, right? It just basically, I just hired a new employee that is in charge of content. I got to learn it a little bit. I got to go do some research. But I really think there's huge potential here. And I think you're missing out if you feel like this is a trend or a fad or something. You must erase that thought, because it's just not. And these are just tools that are going to seem so simple to early adopters that are using these things, and they're just going to have an unfair competitive advantage. Okay, I know this is new and it's moving pretty fast, but the sellers who adapt and who are creating new ad creatives constantly with the help of this, like, think about what I said. If you have good cutout video of your products, you can be coming up with new backgrounds in new environments that you're shooting in constantly, right? There's no limit to this. Theoretically there is. You can't you're gonna run out of ability to produce stuff. If you're like really producing stuff, you might have to upgrade your account, etc. But I mean, it's like I was just transported 15 years into the future. Like, it's crazy that I can now write down a concept for a brand video shoot and get a video back instantaneously. Like, I hope you're wrapping your head around how immensely powerful that is. It's almost like, again, I joked around. I was like, I've been blessed by God in this video, but seriously, I just switched my strategy from being, I had rendered my packaging design out for my third SKU in my Made in the USA Amazon FBA brand, and had this talk with my team about like, hey, here's the direction for 2025. This is going to be our biggest year yet. We're not launching any new products. We're currently hiring someone to run our website, also leveraging AI and creating articles around content in our niche that we can see organically has a ton of volume, ton of interest from our enthusiast customers, because we saw where our dream customers hang out online. A lot of them are hanging out on Google, on blog posts, on forums, okay? And so we can just hijack a lot of that search volume and make really well-written articles with the assistance of AI, with the assistance of AI image generation. And now, like we said, hiring someone to vet that. We've come up with a system and SOP around how we turn those articles into SEO-rich articles, the images, vetted images so that nothing looks off, and renaming them, re-uploading them properly with correct file names. And so all the backends in place. One way I'm leveraging AI. Now, this is just ridiculous. Like, to have this dropped on me right when I'm, like, the week I'm deciding to make this big push in content creation, it's going to be really fun to see what I can come up with this in my brand. So I'm just more than excited about this. Wanted to make sure it was on your radar. Hopefully you're all having a great day. And other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Later.